Hello and welcome to a color reading for people born in the month of August to see how their April will develop for you. I'm Dr. Karen and this is Karen's Colors. For this month, I've decided on an oracle card that isn't really something that one would call an oracle. They predate the fashion for oracles. And in fact, they're blank on one side. They're actually wisdom from the elders, and I've long lost the package that came from this, but I've had this set of cards for decades. And they have some really interesting bits of wisdom for people. So I hope you enjoy those along with your color reading. So let's get into it. And now let's look at a color reading for people born in August. We have yellow on red, followed by yellow on white, followed by green on green, and the underlying energy is black on yellow. That's a lot of yellow, August people. All right, well, let's begin. Yellow on red. When red appears as the underlying driver within a combination, it speaks to a great deal of frustration. There is energy absolutely bubbling over within yourself, enthusiasm, anger, rage, passion. But in the real world, there is a need to learn how to control that. There are things that are happening in your world that are causing you to remember backwards. Remember back to a time when you had all of the energy that was necessary to accomplish something. And what sort of a result did you get out of that? Yellow in the real world, yellow anywhere, is all about learning and memory. Red is all about passion and movement and activity. So when you put those two together, we create a situation in which you are driving yourself forward because you want to continue to learn new things. You want to be able to remember things that are necessary in order for you to obtain the things that you are driving towards as a result of this underlying passion. That's the energy that you're bringing with you into the month of April. By the middle of April, we still have that drive towards learning and memory. But this time, what has happened is that the passion has disappeared. It's as though you have been drained of all energy. Whatever you did at the beginning of the month or that you brought into the month with you, this red underline, has absolutely exhausted you. And by the time we get to the middle of the month, all you have left is your memories and a lack of physical or emotional, or even for that matter, spiritual energy to continue with whatever it is that you were driving yourself towards back here. As a result of that exhaustion, and it's a mental exhaustion as well as a physical exhaustion, here we have opportunities for new beginnings. By the end of April, things will have gotten to the stage where you are not only looking for new opportunities, but they are appearing in your real world. Green throughout, green on green, is all about chance, about luck, about being able to move to the next stage of your life because the wheel of fortune has turned. You're no longer stuck in the past. You're able to move away from it. So this gives you a chance to make your life into something new, something different, head off in a direction you haven't done before, something you've never tried before. And for better or for worse, you're about to go there, wherever that is. Now, there's always a warning with green, because the green pastures always look better on the other side of the fence than they do on our own side. Does that necessarily hold true? Are things better if you jump? Or should you stay where you are and simply look at it from a different perspective? I don't know what your choices are going to be, but this is all about choosing with your heart. What do you want next in life? Because everything you've done before is here. You've learned, you've acted, you've remembered, and you've had enough. You want to move on. So the underlying energy here then is rather interesting, because when we have black and yellow together, we're dealing with one of nature's warning signals. This is the signal for danger ahead. Just about every insect that is black and yellow will sting. Reptiles that are black and yellow often contain venom in their bites. The black and yellow cats, the tigers, are also potentially very, very dangerous. So why have you chosen for yourself an underlying energy that says, beware, I can bite? But this time, instead of the yellow being in the real world where you're actually learning and memorizing things, now that knowledge has gone internally. And when it goes internally, it often stirs up the problems that arose from feeling as though you don't really know enough. So it's anxiety. It can be confusion, but it's more likely to be fear. What is it that you are afraid of? Here you have new beginnings beckoning. In the past, you've made those choices and you have moved on. So what's holding you back? The black in the external world is about needing time out. And what's more, taking that time. It's about feeling as though you've come to the end of whatever the journey was that led you to this opportunity here. And if you decide to take that opportunity, you're actually stepping into the unknown. You don't know what's likely to happen next. Black doesn't give you any alternatives. But interestingly enough, it's virtually the opposite of what you are dealing with in the real world. Throughout the middle of the month, you've gone from yellow as a learning to yellow as a I don't know enough. You've gone from an underlying drive to expand your horizons to a feeling of I need to close down for a while. I need to take a rest, a holiday perhaps. It's an interesting way of dealing with your life, August people, because it actually allows you to confront reality and to make some very considered, measured, educated decisions about what you're going to do next. Let's have a look at the colours that are missing to find out what you might use to help you along the way. You have black, you have white, you have red, you have yellow, you have green. But from then on, there's no blue or brown or orange or grey or purple or pink or cyan. So these 5 colours here, the black, white, red, yellow, and green, are all colours of skills that you are able to deal with easily and readily. Not a problem. But there are 7 different sets of skills that you're not currently using. And from those, you can choose those which are likely to help you along your way, so that when you need to overcome this feeling of, I don't know where I'm going next and I'm a little afraid of the future, you can actually face that future by stepping boldly forward and perhaps going where no person has gone before and finding some sort of freedom and happiness. So what are they? Well, blue, brown, orange, grey, purple, pink, and cyan. Blue is about getting yourself organized, doing your duty, understanding what it is that is necessary for you to be able to live your life in an organized and orderly fashion. Brown is also about work, but this time, instead of being duty, it's about desire. What do you want out of life? What are your aims, your goals? Do you have new ones? Have you fulfilled the old ones? What steps have you taken to accomplish what you needed to do? And what steps do you still need to take in order to obtain those goals? Orange is about confidence and courage and being able to face a crisis and move forward without feeling afraid. Grey is about dealing with uncertainty and confusion by finding just what the middle road is. How do you calm yourself down and deal with extremes of pressures that are placed upon you by working through those that will enable you to find a pathway through that does not pull you in either direction. Purple is about having fun, but it's also about destruction. It's about change. Are you going to be able to create or deal with the changes that come towards you? We can't stop change. Change is inevitable. We either face it courageously, as with here with the orange, or we face it through grey. That is, we find alternative pathways through. But either way, purple invites challenges and changes. Pink is about love. It's about being able to attract assistance from others. It's feeling as though you are not omnipotent, but if you accept help from others, if you allow yourself to be given the sorts of love and attention that you desire, then you will enable others to feel the same way about you as you feel about them. And finally, cyan. Cyan is a color of bliss and harmony and peace, but it's also a color of relationships. You need to be able to find connections with other people. You need to rely on your own intuition about whose ideas and advice to take. So, of these colors, which are the ones that are likely to lead you to where you want to go and allow you to take opportunities when they arise? Let's now have a look at the wisdom of the elders. I'm still struggling with this shuffling thing. Gradually we'll get there eventually. Never mind. All right, let's just take that one. And what does it say? For everything you have missed, you have gained something else. The fear of missing out allows you to gain something different. We don't miss things. We simply go from one decision to a new experience that leads to different decisions. Everything is part of your life's journey. So take something that will help you along the way. Now, March has been an extremely difficult month for everyone across the world. There are things that have happened that are entirely out of our control. And as a result, all of our hopes and dreams are up in the air. I hope that this April reading for you has brought you some justification for the choices that you've made and for the direction in which you're planning to go. Certainly, if you remember to use the two colors, the one that is most appealing and the one that is least appealing from that list of colors that is missing from your life at present, that you find your way towards something that will give you not only relief, but also comfort as you move towards May. May April be a lot calmer, a lot better for you than March certainly turned out to be. And may the colours of your life bring you all that is necessary for your own higher good. Until next time, bye.